the extra damage and just tracking enemy heroes, right? Because you can see where they go.
Greevil after. Speaking of voice lines, did you ever finish your Crown Fall?
It's in the works. It's in the works.
Have you done tier 7 Nest of Thorns yet? Gotten your pathetic voice line?
In the works. No upgrade still. I'm gonna do it.
Not a single one, huh?
Not a single one.
What
Valve
difficulty are
said
you
they
on
won't
now?
release the patch till someone does it, so I'm doing it for everyone. Yep.
Are you on tier 7 or are you on tier 6?
I'm on tier 7. It can be done. I know it can.
I
Just gotta get the build.
Don't think there's a single person who has done it yet. So you would be the first.
He's wasting enough of their time to do it. Certainly none of these guys, I'm sure, are wasting their time doing it. They're practicing up. Waska looking for their revenge against Fusion from yesterday's open, or 3 days ago, the open qualifier one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think right now, like looking at the lanes, I think Waska should do quite well with the Weaver lane. I worry about their Doom lane.
Yeah, that one looks a little scary. I think the top lane could end up really volatile. Like,
yeah,
that's kind of how Dawnbreaker goes. She's a very 100-0 type hero. And if you end up on top of those trades, you just keep doing it. You just keep getting kills. Especially in the early game, you'd think Ogre's pretty tanky, but I've seen Ogre get killed by Dawnbreaker's +1 high damage support, which that's your Phoenix. So maybe you can't kill the Weaver, but if you're just farming the Ogre, then Weaver's going to be zoned off from the lane. He's going to miss last hits. But at the same time, if your Weaver and your Ogre get the kills and they're in the lead, Ignite is so strong. Plus, like, Weaver is very low cooldown fighting hero, pokes you all the time. That lane could just snowball one way or the other.
Yeah, I like to refer to Dawnbreaker as like some heroes fall into this category is I call them the salve heroes, which is like she's not a hero that trades and then pops a tango and like trades and then pops a tango. She's like a hero that trades and someone dies and then she either is dead or pops a salve back to full HP and then just rinse and repeats. Like she just she is not someone that makes small engagements. She all-ins one or the other. And a lot of the times a hero dies or like they'll both end up on very low HP. And so you just fairy salves to try and like play this way. And it's an interesting strategy. We'll see, you know, how they end up deciding to play the lane. But mid lane, we do have the Earthshaker versus the Ember Spirit. And of course, Shaker doing the classic enchant totem denied. Super annoying.
You know, I thought it would be, I wasn't really processing who is playing what, but it's actually the Phoenix 5 with the Clockwork 4. So this lane is just being a lot of creep dragging.
I don't... Well, I'm trying to figure out if I like this or not.
Yeah, the comp... Okay, I'll tell you a couple thoughts. The combo of Dawnbreaker Clock is strong against a lot of heroes. And the nice thing against the Weaver is that if you put the power cogs, he'll get out eventually, but he will bounce back, which could be enough time to land the Starbreaker and do all the damage you're hoping to do. So there's actually more kill threat on the Weaver if you ever get that close, but it is a Weaver with Shikuchi versus a Clockwork, and I know you can start with the Windlays, but it's not easy. The other thing is, though, you can just bounce this Ogre around, and if he doesn't have mana, he can't actually do anything even after Learning Curve comes into play. And it's funny to think of Clockwork as a mana-burning hero, but that is what Power Cogs does.
Yeah, we've actually seen lanes of like Lion versus Ogre, and it's one of the most one-sided support matchups in the game because Ogre just has no mana and no mana regen, and you can't play the game against a Lion. So yeah, I mean the Clockwork's mana burn might matter at some point. I think for the most part, this should just be a free-farmed lane for the Weaver. I don't imagine Pyke is going to struggle at all. And then my big question is if that's going to pay off in your own safe lane. I think Clockwork is a much stronger laner into things like Muerta and Doom, but Phoenix isn't bad. Like, Phoenix is still a strong lane hero. It just needs more levels.
seems like their current game plan is just constantly shove out the lane with Black Cannon and then try to do some pulls. And, you know, Phoenix is perfectly fine at that, so.
Well, there's the first salve from the Dawnbreaker. So, I mean, they commit pretty heavily there. Dawnbreaker ends up losing the trade, though. And she
just got canceled early.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lost.
That was just no patience, I guess.
That's a little expensive. It's like a couple hundred health, I think she just lost. All right, mid lane. I thought this would be more one-sided for the Earthshaker, but PP here doing pretty well. I guess you can dodge with the Sleight of Fist. But usually you still just see a CS advantage get built up over time.
Like, none of the lanes are too surprising to me. Oh, well, say that. And bottom, we're going to see First Blood actually going the way of Prada. As Vitaly left alone, they actually rotated the Muerta towards the mid lane to secure the water runes.
It was a good call. They have a ward spotting that kind of rotation, so they knew they could at least try to punish the Doom, and getting a kill is as much as you could ask for. Doesn't quite have a creep yet, though. We may need to go wander around and go find one.
One thing I hadn't really thought of as well is on the Weaver, like saving your Geminate attack to just instantly pop a Cogs. So if you get trapped, you can just very quickly take down one of the Cogs and Sakuchi away. As long as, you know, he doesn't pull you in as you Sakuchi, then you're going to have a bad time.
Feeling really vindicated. Phoenix tried to go double stack the camps behind the Radiant safe lane. Those camps are so hard, dude. The timing window is so small. Phoenix messed it up. I feel better that if a pro messed it up, I don't feel bad when I mess it up. Not gonna mess up this kill though. Easy dive onto the Muerta.
Ooh, top lane, you're gonna lose Michael though. So 1-for-1 trade. I will say the potential for Dawnbreaker here to get aggressive, but nice stun out from Yadomi. The ignite there. Now they should be able to try and finish the kill, but he's gonna TP back to base. Yeah, you deny the kill, but it's gonna be a walk of shame to get back into that top lane. Not quite level 6 on the Dawnbreaker, of course, since it's still so early. That's good stuff. Oh,
Echo in the mid lane for the rune.
Follow-up stun doesn't connect. Matthews falling low, but the calling them up for the moment. PP pops that regen, not going to get to safety. That is just the deny difference between Shaker and Ember, right? Big deal.
Yeah, it was really close last time we checked, and the last hits still are, but yeah, like you said, just enough denies to have 6 when Ember doesn't, which at the pro level is so meaningful. You know, in the pubs maybe not as much.
Yeah, you're not bringing 6 heroes to the mid lane in your pubs, right? At the first rune spawn. Top lane though, Spike getting a little bit of a harass from the Dawnbreaker, but again, Weaver should be okay to be left alone in the lane. Especially as he closes in on his level 6. He's got 15 wand charges and a Lotus in the bag.
Yeah, I don't think he can die on his own unless he messes up.
7-minute Wisdom Rune. Both teams have their supports at the ready to pick it up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ember with his newly acquired level 6. Maybe gonna try to rotate top. Get something done up here.
You can definitely find a kill onto the Dawnbreaker as well. He's gonna get scouted now from Michael. Give the distance away for the Dawnbreaker to retreat towards the tower. little bit of a slower game than what we've seen in some of the qualifiers so far. Both teams just kind of farming it up. The big winner, of course, being Pyke on that Weaver. We kind of expect this. But the Gyrocopter's not that far behind.
The flat cannon farming. This is why a lot of teams have liked the gyro pick pretty early. Just feels stable. Like, how do you really stop him from pressing flak every single creep wave and hitting you? Not really much you can do.
Casually walks to the mid lane, throws an ignite onto the Earthshaker, walks away. I've done my job.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Ignite needs a nerf, man.
Yeah. They're going to see a dive here onto Vitaly here. 3 points in this Rocket Barrage just melts him. So the question is, will the Gyro get to safety? Gets feared back, but no TP's in. And we'll just let him go.
Bottom tower is under attack.
A bunch of lines being drawn. Interesting. Doom. Keeping Tornado for now. Thought he might want a different spell.
He's going to have some stacks to go farm with that bad boy later. Old school Doom vibes there. Falling comes out after the Fire Blast. Fear as well. They don't connect onto the next Silence, but Doom with a 400 range Infernal Blade will stop the bird.
This is really long. Sword swing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meantime, Earthshaker used Echo to clear up some ancient stacks. We see this a lot. If you can get a kill like we saw at the 6 minutes, then great, but it's pretty hard to get close enough to Echo before the blink. So if you just use the Echo on a big stack, that ends up just speeding up the blink time so that the next one can be used for it, which should be the case. He should be able to finish this blink by the time Echo is back up.
I was gonna say, he should be very careful. If that rune spawned top and the Ember got it, he might have just died, right? Like, PP could have committed on the Ember Spirit to maybe punish him for that greed, but bottom lane, some big stacks. Kiparo trying to clean them up here on the Gyrocopter. For now, though, there comes the
Oh, that's so much.
They dropped the egg. Now, this should be easily cleaned up. Call down, though. Not going to hit Yadomi, so he barely survives. But in comes Pyke on the Weaver. A big wraparound from the safe laner as now they're looking for more. Doom's going to be committed here onto the Clockwork as well. 3 dead for the side of Fusion as they continue the chase. Now looking for the Earthshaker. This Amplify damage rune doing so much work. They have a stun. They do! And it's a 4th kill. Earthshaker follows. A massive win for Waska here.
They didn't know he used Echo on the stack, so they were scared he was baiting with the teleport to get them all to run in. I love it, but they just waited for a stun to come out and then knew they could finish it off. Very good awareness. Make sure they don't throw a very good fight into a 5-man Echo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Back of that, at least Gyro for the moment should know he's safe since Doom is down. So he shouldn't be struggling too much, but they're just going to bring more heroes. PP, rotation on the Ember Spirit, gets the slight chains, but they really just want to secure the tower. Fortification committed, but the catapult is there. They should get this. Meanwhile, top side. Nice escape here from the Dawnbreaker. They'll protect their own tower, take the enemy safe lane. Where's the mid at? The Earthshaker.
The blink is on the way. He was just trying to finish up that blink.
Okay.
He's gonna grab Illusion Rune, maybe not the best. Though I guess you can use it to dispel the Searing Chains, so some uses in this game.
Yeah.
But this is the blink arriving. He has Echo available. Weaver's a great kill, but a very tough one. And he's doing so well, he's not so squishy anymore. 1300, and if you don't kill him in one combo, he's just gonna use time lapse and you've wasted everything.
They're gonna go for the Doom here. He
Oh, he's
did
on the
put him on the
wrong
wrong
side.
side of the fissure, though. And there's no way for the Clockwork to join the gap, so that's your blink reveal right off the gate. But topside Pike as well as Yadomi gonna try and get aggressive onto the Dawnbreaker. She has the ult to try and escape. A Starbreaker canceled. In comes the Earthshaker. They will quickly clean up the Ogre.
Yeah, they were trying to punish the Dawnbreaker. Because you don't want to dive someone else and then Dawnbreaker ults in. So trying to get her, but she is pretty tanky. Especially when she double bracer, wand, and soul ring. So she's at 1800 health.
Yeah.
So much.
That's why I kind of thought like they want to take the Earthshaker on the blink reveal to the opposite side of the map, right? Because Dawnbreaker can easily join. They didn't quite find their target, but they still at least get something out of it. We're all very close game. We're gonna see a Mage Slayer being queued up here for the Ember Spirit. Pretty standard build. We see this still quite often on the hero.
Ooh, smoke up, trying to find a Doom target. Unfortunately, Phoenix. Maybe you kill Phoenix, sure. Yeah, you don't really want the position 5 Phoenix, and then you don't even get the Phoenix, so that's gonna feel a little bad.
Doom is back up. A little bit of a disconnect here for the moment, but if I'm Waska, I'm wanting to put this Doom on cooldown. He's gone for an early drums, which would help him, you know, make his way under a tower to try and dive someone.
This is tough, though. In other games, you might be able to force this mid tower, knowing that they won't want to fight you into the Doom, but it is scary into that Blink, Echo, Dawnbreaker ult, Phoenix Egg. You got AoE from
All down.
Gyrocopter. Yeah, this is... It looks like they're set up mid. I'd be a little surprised if they really force this. I don't know if you can safely do so.
You have to Doom the Shaker, I think is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, Earthshaker is about to pick up an Arcane Rune. Oh.
Oop. Double click.
Unlucky. But, yeah, I think if the Doom finds the Shaker, it's pretty big. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know if you can actually take the fight. So they might just continue to farm the side lanes. Weaver's having a pretty good time. And this is a hero that, with space, will take a ton of the map's farm. So he's on his way to an early Desolator. Interesting. I thought he might go like the Maelstrom build, but he is just going straight Deso.
I guess you're boosted by the Bloodlust, so it is going to do an insane amount of damage.
I think they're just trying to get like a variety of damage types rather than just... Because if he goes Maelstrom, they're pretty heavy on magic, I think, at that point. So I think they're just trying to split their damage types up a little bit. Dawnbreaker in pretty deep topside here. Sakuchi's going to come through. They have the rest of the team coming in as well. Should be a quick pick. Nice Fire Blast out from Yadomi. And the kill's going to go the way of the Ember Spirit.
Fortunately for her, Fusion was looking for their own smoke for her to ult into.
That's
right into
spooky.
Gyro?
Yeah, right into Gyro. And with that, Ember Spirit cancels his rotation in through the portal. Michael read him like a book.
I wonder if you can send everyone through, you know, with the Ember and the Weaver coming in at the same time. But I guess you're not
Maybe.
sure where the Earthshaker is, so you can
That's
probably
true.
you could take Gyro and Ogre, but you get echoed and the math is suddenly very different. They still have Doom. Okay, he bought the Blink first. He wants to Blink Doom.
That is a awkward initiation, but the Echo's completely off the mark. They sidestep.
He can't get it
Dolly.
off.
He gets the Doom off at the last second, and that will finish off the Earthshaker, but Michael needs to get out of the call down, won't be able to. Burns to the Dawnbreaker is now Pike. He's going to try and just finish this one off. Doom will do it. It's a 2-for-1 win here for Fusion. Generally pretty happy about how that one turned out.
It almost went even better. That Doom came out right before he died. It was getting interrupted by battery assault, power cogs, Dawnbreaker. It almost didn't go, and then that would have been a disaster of a fight. But at least it did get used, so now you can sell it, buy your Midas. You didn't want to sell it yet. I feel like we see a lot of people do that. Buy the Blink, use it, get a kill, and then just sell it to get the Midas back.
Yeah.
And then when you need it again, you sell it, swap over. But
yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't do that when he died there, because he would have been able to buy the Midas and use it right now.
Yeah, I guess maybe that means they want to keep looking for plays, right? That's the only reason you hold it.
Gyro is up kind of far here. He does have his tower, but yeah, Doom comes in, Blink War Stomp, the calling, Searing Chains into the dead shot. He is gone, baby.
Can't do that with a Midas.
You cannot indeed.
Now
Very
we
nice
sell
kill.
it.
Yeah, I think now we sell it. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe. He got enough gold from that. He's actually kind of close to the Midas now. Oh, well, I guess it's even more expensive than I remember. 1750. Man, this thing should be like 200 gold less.
Atos out from Matthew. The Deso damage. It's there. Hook shot in. Michael's got him. The Orchid reveal comes in from the Dawnbreaker. Takes down the Ember Spirit, but now one last cog push back from Michael. He's trying his best to get out of here, but they drop a ward on the high ground. Grab him with the dead shot. And Pike on the Weaver. He's starting to hit hard. Gets his first Deso stack there.
I like that Orchid pickup. Really useful versus the Ember and the Weaver.
Yeah. Both of them have gone like a set of items before there, right? Doom, topside, War Stomp into the Infernal Blade. The same series of events we just saw on the Gyrocopter. They will take down the Dawnbreaker. A big series of kills for Waska with this Blink of the Doom, which, again, we were kind of surprised he didn't just like sell for the Midas, but cannot argue with these results. He's got several kills. His Midas is now coming out.
Yeah, I think it's in...
He's fine.
I suppose, yeah, thinking about it is like all his teammates would love to fight, right? He wants Deso charges, Ogre just wants to Bloodlust and follow. And if you don't have that Blink, then only Ember can really start things for you. So it has been paying off. I think if you weren't able to find fights, you would feel pretty bad about just holding on to that Blink, but so far, very successful. And now you just have the Midas, so now you no longer even have to worry about buying and selling all that stuff.
But did you see the Gyro sticking neck and neck here with the cores on the side of Waska? He's going for his Chrysalis after the Aghanim Scepter. Kind of a standard build, really, for the Gyrocopter. The BKB should probably follow. Even though you're against heroes like the Doom, the BKB is still really useful. There's a lot of magic damage and control on these other heroes that can hinder the Gyro from actually getting his damage out in these fights.
Dawnbreaker in 8 lets them know Waska was looking in mid. I feel like a lot of people are still getting used to that. That you can't really plan a play around the switch to daytime. Because I feel like they all grouped up mid and they're like, ah, right. And then they all just scatter again. Hook shot.
Comes the Dawnbreaker ult to try and heal them up a little bit, but the backside wraparound is there.
Weaver's doing
They're
so
falling
much.
apart on the side of Fusion. 3 dead as they are looking for more. The Phoenix will barely escape. Yeah, you just funneled into a choke point against Muerta. That's just not gonna work.
That Weaver did, what is that, 2,300 damage there. Muerta, a lot more than I thought, 1,800. But yeah, like you said, the calling just destroyed them in that little AoE. And a tower off of that. So it was a pretty close game, but they've now gotten themselves a 4K lead, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Shard going to Michael on the Clockwork. This backpack or jetpack is pretty useful. It gives you a lot of scouting vision in the fights. Maybe you can see where the Doom is trying to sneak up on you.
Dire's middle tower is under
We're gonna
attack.
see them go for their own Tormentor now. The bugs to bring the armor down. Then of course the Deso should aid quite a bit. So very easy Tormentor for the side of Waska as it goes to Matthew. So has the Pierce the Veil shard. Not the most
unfortunate.
incredible shard. Yeah, a little bit rough. But Ogres is also not super good this game. So
Still
I
better
guess you
than this, I would say.
I mean,
Though,
she's pretty
I guess she's
farmed.
at 4.
Yeah, I guess
she's at
look at how
4.
farmed he is, you know?
But you don't
Matthew's
usually know
scaling.
that is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's funny to say the weakest part of Muerta support is that her shard is bad. It's
Yeah.
such a strange thing, but it's really such a hindrance because so many pro teams prioritize an early Tormentor because we've learned how good it is to get the shard. And even when your shards aren't good, you still got to do it to get it on cooldown and that it doesn't get stolen. But then when it doesn't really pay off, usually on the Muerta, feels bad. But maybe it will matter here. 8 stacks already is so much.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That fight where they like funneled onto the high ground, she got that kill, or she was involved in all of those kills with Pierce the Veil running. So
Dire's middle tower
it's
is
pretty
under
big.
attack.
Like, that's a lot of damage already for this like quote unquote support Muerta who's closing in on an Earthshaker in terms of net worth. And we've seen what this hero can do. She's just gonna have like Atos into Force Staff eventually, maybe like a Hurricane Pike or a Gleipnir. But for now, a smoke up from the side of Waska as bottom lane. They will see the Dawnbreaker clearing up a ward. The question is, will they be able to jump her? Pike gets the bugs out. They do take a lot of damage right away from this Weaver. The hook shot is out. The blink, the
And they
Echo Smash,
finish
they
him.
finish him off. He's gone, and this... You know, they dive pretty far here on the Ember as well. The Egg's gonna come out. A Yule's to try and lock him down. They get it. 2 for 2. Fusion baiting this Weaver, going just a little bit too far as they will now grab Yadomi. Oh, that hurts. You would much rather your Doom just blink Doom the hero instead of your Weaver having to commit that far.
He does have his BKB, though. I think he just needed to pop that BKB. I know you can't see the Earthshaker right away, but you got to know it's possible. That's exactly what happened. That blink echo. Maybe he didn't think he could be killed in one go, but core echo, core Earthshaker brings in a lot of damage. I didn't feel comfortable to do Roche off of that, though. I guess now without Egg and Echo, your fight's a lot worse.
Yeah, I figured they also just don't have a ton of physical damage outside of the Gyrocopter, right? Like, the rest of the team is a little bit rough when it comes to taking Roshan. And then you still have Doom up, so...
Yeah. Waska, honestly, they should have been able to win that last fight. This is where the execution matters a lot, not just having a lead in the game, but the execution of the fights in Dota is so critical. It will at least get them the Roshan. Kind of an awkward pause here, but I think both teams know what's going on anyway, so hopefully not a spoiler to... There are some awkward pauses in Dota at times, but this one is okay. We're back to a relatively even game, though I guess with this Roche... Well, with this Roche, it'll put us back at pretty much even. But I would say the momentum is still with Waska. Now that you've got the Aegis, that Echo combo can't happen a second time, and they still have all their abilities. So they should be looking for something. Maybe...
They need a tier 2.
You try tier 2 again? The issue is you just lost that fight, so you might be thinking they have vision in this area, so do you want to go there again?
It's either that or you make the rotation top through the portal and you start pressuring the top tier 1, but
Dire's top tower
there's not really an objective up there, right? Typically you make that play for either the Wisdom Rune or the Tormentor, but both are unavailable for a little... I mean, you could maybe contest a 28-minute Wisdom Rune, like if that's what you really want to do, but I feel like bottom is just safer. Looks like that's what they're gonna do. Maybe see if they can find a pick off of their own. But Waska are likely just going to get this tower for free. I don't think Fusion are gonna defend this.
The abilities are back up. Ooh.
All right, they protect their ward at least for now.
Makes it a lot harder to go fight now. You know the ward is there, but you can't go in.
Tower is under attack.
And they know you know, so you can't even like bait it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
All right. Well, we're closing in on the Aghanim Scepter for the Shaker. He's about 900 gold away. It's not going to be too long before he gets there, but will definitely help quite a bit. Gyrocopter's now taking over the top net worth since rather than kind of grouping it with his team, he has just been farming and on his way to the Daedalus, as well as Dawnbreaker, who is pretty big now as well. Like Fusion, they won that one fight, and then yeah, they lost Roche, but they've just used that time to farm so much of the map. I kind of like that approach. We'll see how it goes though. This Muerta that worries me, man. This hero always comes out of nowhere and just starts owning people.
He's going for the Hurricane Pike, so that is the first scaling item you get where you can still argue. I'm totally supporting, guys. You know, the Hurricane Pike, it's still got utility. I'm helping you guys out. And then you slowly inch your way to Gleipnir and BKB and Deso, or not Deso, the Crystallis. Pike's looking over like, those look a lot like my items, man. What are you doing over there? You even have the Bloodlust this game, right? So
yeah,
you're really strong.
Underrated, actually, part of that matchup. Now that you mention it, like I had not really considered the fact that you also just have Bloodlust. One of the things she really struggles with is not having enough attack speed early on, especially from the support role. But now you definitely don't have to worry about that too much. 28-minute Wisdom about to spawn, walking right up onto the high ground. PP is not gonna be able to grab that, but they'll just pop the BKB and look for the clockwork as a result. I mean, first use of BKB, you get the kill. Matthew pops the Pierce the Veil, gets another kill, so up to 12 stacks.
He's scaling, he's going for it. I think it's really important to know, you know, Matthew's a very experienced player, and Dota's evolved to the point where it's not, you no longer just become this poor support, I give you everything. There's a lot of scaling in support, and it's really important to know when a support player can pop off and just play for themselves and carry the game. And I think Matthew, like, he's seen it. He got the Veil, or he got the Shard. He's like, whoa, I already have 8? All right, I'm a core now. And he's going for it.
Yeah. I'm not that surprised. This is very, very reminiscent of just Matthew throughout the years. Like, this is what he does. He's very good at playing the map.
That's why he's got the record for courier kills.
Yeah, he will always have the record for courier kills. That will literally never be changed. Just etch that one in stone right now. No one's ever getting close. He beat the record by almost double or something, didn't he?
I don't remember. I don't remember exactly what it was. We may have maybe like a Monkey King courier sniping thing. We'll get a phase of that again, maybe. Maybe someone will break it one day.
The only way it would get broken is if, like, Riki becomes viable again as a support, which I don't think they ever intend to make Riki viable in Dota, generally.
I think one way it could be broken is that, okay, maybe I gotta hold this thought. We got a pretty big smoke into a full rotation. 5 fight coming here.
Yeah, Dawnbreaker
Matthew
at the ready.
is a ward.
Michael, jetpack. Smoke up from Waska. I mean, they're reading this so well. They know exactly what's going on. They saw the flare coming to the high ground there. They're like, all right, they're looking for us. Let's go run at the Dawnbreaker instead. This is the best possible read. They know the Dawnbreaker is going to be alone on the opposite side of the map. You never smoke with your Dawnbreaker. The blink, the stun comes down. She's going to heal up a little bit off the Starbreaker there, but she is absolutely alone. Quick pick for the side of Waska. Just a really sick read.
And I love that Matthew came to the mid tower. You don't need 5 heroes to kill a Dawnbreaker on her own. So he was waiting here to see if Fusion would see their Dawnbreaker being killed, go, okay, quickly shove in the other lanes, you know, rush into that tower at least while Dawnbreaker's dying. And then maybe Matthew could have set something up. Another Atos dead shot into the team TPing in. I really like the idea. We didn't see it come into action here, but really good foresight for a potential future play.
Like Doom sold a bunch of his items. I don't know what he has on Courier. Full Shiva's guard. There it is. Okay. I was like, his inventory is suddenly empty. All right, so just blink BKB Shivas now on the Doom with some drums. Yeah, very nice. They will quickly take the Tormentor as they do a really good job at writing down the timing for that one. And they know their own Tormentor should be back up in about a minute and a half. So if they want to contest it on the other side of the map, they absolutely can. They're going to fortify for the moment to bring down the catapult, try and slow down this push from Fusion. Do they see the gyro? All right, Leo style finish off the tower. They definitely did see the gyro. All right, the air back is for Fusion's going to smoke up Dawnbreaker in the base this time. Not going to get caught out. Oh, the Blink Echo Slam, the hook shot, the Dawnbreaker ult, it's all coming through. The chain stuns are there. They get him. The Ember Spirit's dead. Doom comes out onto the Gyrocopter. Quick buyback, though. The Ember Spirit's here to fight, baby. They've got themselves one. They're looking for more. They take the clockwork down. The Dawnbreaker going to fall as well. 3 on the side of Fusion as Prada will likely be the 4. Does he get the TP? No, steering chains just in time from PP. The buyback paying dividends as the Gyrocopter forced a TP under that Doom.
So was that 2 for 4?
2 for 4, yeah. With the buyback, yeah. Huge win.
Pike's already at the base. This is a Bloodlusted Weaver with a Deso. 16 stacks on that Deso too.
There's no fort. This tower is dead.
Goodbye, tier 3 tower. Gyro is here. He'll at least kill the wave, but that is the tower. Maybe you can get the rain. Oh.
They were spamming the fort button so fast. Like, that maybe we'll get a second with it. But no, instead, this will now be a ranged barracks. He might commit for the melee. No, not with the Earthshaker coming back up. So, some structural damage done from Waska, plus the 1 fight. Very nicely done from them. Weaver now at 16 Deso charges.
Now it's time to just wait for Roche.
Beautiful spell layering in that fight from Fusion, though, right? To get the first kill of the Ember. Unfortunate for them, he had the buyback ready.
Yeah, it took just a little bit too long. And also, Earthshaker, he's getting wrecked by Weaver. He's not a very high armor hero as a strength hero.
Yeah.
How many times can I say hero in a game? But Weaver's just destroying him. I don't know, he's going to get an Octarine core, but the issue's just going to continue. You know, you're going to have a lot of health, but if you don't bump up this armor, Bugs and Deso are getting him killed.
Just off the mark with the hook shot there. Fortunate, too, because the Ember Spirit would have had no way to join the fight. Like, if he comes through the gate there, he would have been in trouble. His team, you know, was pushed off of where his Remnant currently is, so...
That Remnant just faded, so he's going to have to find another way to get back into this fight. Yes, he can't. His TP's for 30 seconds.
They're going through the portal top.
Did they see Roche was up or not?
I don't think so. Maybe they're just a little bit too afraid to fight bottom side. And they were hoping to find, like, the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, they just want to establish position top first because they didn't think they'd get a daytime Roche. But it actually did spawn. Either team could have sniped it real quick if they had the full information.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be a top Roche fight now. And this is tough, right? You've got to move into the team with the Echo, the Egg. This is a very scary fight.
I mean, the way they're rotating in here is the best possible angle they could get. So we'll see if they happen to find the opening. In comes the Shivas. The Doom's already connected. The Lotus doesn't come through in time. They're going to try and bring down this gyrocopter. Michael sacrificing himself on the front side. He's going to TP out. Your gyro is safe, but the rest of your team struggling as Earthshaker stuck in the trees, getting silenced up over and over. A Yule's now as Pyke will be able to grab the Aegis. And that is going to be 2 big kills for the side of Waska, plus that Roshan. The Lotus was so close to coming through. Just a split second too late.
They did not see that coming. Phoenix being behind the pit is pretty normal, but I think Clockwork should have been outside. Maybe that angle still works out. Like you said, it was a really sneaky angle, but I'm surprised they were all in the pit.
What? He didn't cancel dive. Huh.
Was he silenced?
No. A little bit of a misplay there. I think he could have canceled dive to mate. I mean, he probably still couldn't have TP'd out, right? Ember's still 3 remnants, but would have at least maybe baited him. Or he was like trying to next level, like mind game him and like try to bait a remnant in after him or something, right? You don't know.
Maybe. What I do know is that Pyke is destroying another set of Erics right now. Hookshot in.
They're gonna get the chain stun. They got him.
First
First Aegis. Beautifully done. Now the question is, can they get more? They've got the Dawnbreaker. That's a big part of their fight.
The Echo?
Good Taro. He's on the run, trying to get back to Blink. The Echo's there, but Pyke gets the BKB. He's just gonna chase the gyro back into the base. They got him. Buyback's at the ready, but can they even hold their ground? They're falling one by one. It's just Leo style surviving inside of the fountain. Buyback in from the Clockwork. Now the gyrocopter. Matthew low, but they clean up. Maybe they get Matthew. They need another flak to hit, and they do. It's 1 kill for 3 buybacks, and he's just going to buy back himself. He's like, this is the time we end the game. We're going to get the mega creeps here. We still had the Satanic BKB coming off cooldown about 50 seconds.
I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but I'm surprised they didn't insta-buyback.
Oh, nice Hurricane Pyke usage. They're going to go in now. PP's in. They just gunked the Shaker. Instant buyback in this game, but the Doom's available. Do you drop it on the gyro? He's really trying to get in range, but the Clockwork, again with that battery assault, just mini stunning him up. Matthew with a Shadow Blade, trying to be sneaky here. Will not find the opening. The final fortification, but they've got this Roshan's banner holding all of these creeps alive. Or staff to safety here once again. PP goes through. Ends up missing on the chains, but they do manage to take down the Shaker. That's a quick dieback. And now this game likely in the bag here for Waska as they finish up the mega creeps in 90 seconds without your Shaker.
Even if you don't win here, this is megas. And I don't know if you... I mean, I guess you have Gyro and Earthshaker, technically some of the better heroes at fighting into that, but... yeah, Pyke's not even... he's not even waiting for that.
He doesn't care. Every single time, he's getting it so well. The constant blocks the Doom. He just drops it onto himself. He doesn't care. GG comes out. Objective complete for Waska. They get the gyrocopter. They get the game.
Very nicely done from Waska. We weren't sure, right? Fusion beat them pretty cleanly in the open qualifiers, but Waska.
Gale twice.
I mean, it's a lot of melee heroes on the enemy team, right? He's gonna get to punch people.
Oh yeah.
Start.
I don't think I see anything crazy besides that. Lion's got boots, so it looks like he's gonna rush out quickly to place a ward. Sell him at the shop.
I shall honor your name. I shall honor your name.
I do think you want... oh, what am I saying, actually? I was thinking Undying. He was against Undying. You might see a ward in that bottom lane as well, just so you can spot Undying, because I feel like it's going to be some creep dragging down there, and just avoid the Undying lane as much as possible.
Man, Undying's facets are complete garbage. Now that I'm looking at them. I was like, surely the other one is better than Rotting Mitts, because Rotting Mitts is also just terrible. But it's really not. The other facet is really bad. So, boy, I guess this is why we haven't really seen a lot of Undying in a while.
I actually thought we would, because we were going into this period of where there were a lot of melee offlaners. I thought we'd
Yeah.
start seeing more Undying. Well, I guess we are, so.
I mean, for the Pangolier, we should be seeing kind of the standard build, right? I would imagine he's looking at a Diffusal early to try and burn out some of the mana we see from the Medusa. Your other heroes on this team are all very low mana as well, so it's a super value Diffusal game for the Pango. Like, as much as it's really important to burn the Medusa's mana, just taking a little bit of mana away from heroes like Tiny, Undying, and Centaur does make it pretty difficult for them to actually play fights. So I think with Pango, you are pretty happy with this pick as long as he gets a decent Diffusal timing.
You know what's really weird, though?
Hmm.
Why is Undying so smart?
He does have 27 int and 2.8
Yeah.
int gain.
He's so much smarter than Lion.
Maybe
He's
before
19.
he died, he was like a wizard, Harry. You know? Maybe he was like a
working in academia.
Yeah, you know, and then he gets like cursed and dies, and he's like, well, I guess I'm a zombie now, but, you know,
I can continue
maintain this
my
intelligence.
academic work if I revive myself as a zombie.
I was gonna
I'm
say
up
if he
for it.
had
I like this lore.
I would say maybe if he had the other set where like his wife is on his back, I was like maybe the intelligence comes from like his wife telling him what to do.
Hmm.
He's just like the muscle and she's the brains. I don't know.
No, I like this. I like this idea that he was a scientist wizard
Yeah,
before.
right. I like it too. I think it makes the most
Or
sense.
as a zombie Undying type character, I don't know his specific lore. Maybe he found the brain of a scientist and just took it for himself. You know, he's like, well, I'm not very smart, but I'm smart enough to know that I can steal someone else's brain, become a genius.
What if he was basically just the equivalent of Dr. Frankenstein, and instead of being smart, like he was just barely not smart enough to experiment on a corpse, and instead experimented on himself and became one, you know? He's like, ooh, I'm a zombie now. Unlucky.
Maybe that was his dream the whole time.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted that, you know? I guess that's possible.
Like, all I've ever wanted is to become a zombie.
I'm gonna read all of the Undying lore into the mic here in a little bit if we don't get an unpause. Dude, can you imagine if that was just pauses? We just start reading hero lore. That would be epic.
You know what's crazy? How many thousands of hours I have in Dota, I really don't know the lore that well. I think a lot of the player base is like that too, so
I think
it
I
should be
have
the
a
way.
decent understanding on some of the hero lore. The problem is a lot of my lore knowledge came from Dota 1, and then a lot of it was thrown out the window in Dota 2, right? Like Anti-Mage and Terrorblade used to be brothers. Obviously, they're not anymore. But those, like, back in Dota 1 days, those two were brothers. So it's, like, very, very much, like, Dota 2's lore is real lore and is interesting now, but...
You're all saved. I was gonna check his lore, but it's bugged out where when I click the About tab, it's only showing changes.
Wait, for who?
For Undying. I was gonna start reading out the lore, but...
How long has it been since he lost his name? The torn ruin of his mind no longer knows.
Okay, just brush through it. Tell me if he was ever a wizard in the past.
I'm literally trying to skim through it really quick to see if he was a wizard. Yeah.
Because he has the same starting intelligence as Muerta, who's an actual intelligence hero.
I think most of it is just like talking about his relationship with the dead god.
All that rocks in your head.
That doesn't really say much about what he was before he became the Undying.
shall honor
I like our lore. I like that he's an academic.
It's canon
wizard.
now. We made
It's
it.
Canon.
Yeah, you're welcome, everybody.
All right. We got Doom in. The G's are out. No more Undying lore. You'll have to wait for the next pause.
Next pause, we will sit here and read the entirety of Undying's lore. Give me a yay or nay, Twitch chat, if you guys want to hear all of Undying's lore.
Vote 1 through 10 for whose lore we should dive into.
Which hero's lore are we gonna read? Oh my goodness. All right. Smoked up from both teams as we head out onto the map. It is game 2 here of Waska versus Fusion, in case you guys were unaware of what was happening. Right now, Fusion, I think this Phantom Assassin lane should be pretty good. Like, yes, the dude, this gank, if they actually find the Medusa, would be so sick. Instead, they're gonna find the Undying, and they don't even get vision. Oh man, what an unfortunate gank there from the side of Fusion.
Some of that was random chance, but actually I really like the pathing of Medusa because prior to the Undying lore talk, we were saying how you want to avoid the Undying lane. One trick is to put a sentry in the tier 2 tower at night, and the tower can't see it because it's behind a tree, but then the creeps walk by, they look at it, and the Radiant creeps meet so close near the tower that any pause breaks equilibrium, it goes under tower and shoves out. So Medusa actually padded over there to see if that was happening, and that smoke maybe was headed in that way to do that, and then unfortunately ran into the Undying.
Well, no action before the rune spawn. A little bit unfortunate, but at least a decent attempt from Fusion to try and go for that smoke gank. We're going to see them set up for top. A little bit of a defensive ward placed to try and scout, you know, who was at that top rune. They end up seeing the Centaur. There's no way they're going to get that, so we'll see how this lane goes. I feel like the top lane is going to be very volatile, at least just because like Centaur Lion is, I feel like a fairly strong lane, but they do have tag team on the Tusk. They should be able to set up a nice double stun though for Matthew and slow him up for now. The dagger with tag team is also kind of sick. It does proc.
Yeah, Centaur, over time, I think it should be favored towards the Centaur line. But
yeah,
at level 1, Centaur has 1 armor. So even though he's tanky, there's a lot of early physical from the tag team. I think they gotta respect that. He lost a lot of health there.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you have like just double bracers and stuff, and you start to get towards like your first real item on the Centaur, which looks like he's just gonna go double bracer into the blade mail, which is not that unordinary. Kataro taking a decent chunk of damage there from the Centaur though.
Interesting. In the bottom lane, the medium camp that is in between the safe and the mid lane it got blocked and then unblocked. The supports were fighting over it at 1 minute. That is some next level laning. It's like we're done blocking and fighting the pull camps. We're gonna go do the extra camps to the side, specifically for the Doom. So it makes sense, but
yeah,
it's so weird to see.
Overall, CS is pretty good for top lane. Shards are out. They know they can't really commit things. They just get caught with a stomp or a stun, and thinking of which, Prada in a little bit of trouble. So is Matthew. A nice 2-hero stomp comes out, and that's just gonna be first blood from the side of Waska, thanks to the Centaur. That magic damage, pretty overwhelming. And that's the thing with Tusk, like you said, kind of a feast or famine hero in a lot of the early games.
Yeah, it used to be better. These small nerfs add up, and that's one such time. I don't think it's really going to get better. I think that level 1 timing was some of their best for getting the Centaur low. It's at the point where he's slowly going to get more armor, but also enough health that you could do 800 physical damage, and he would still be healthy. I mean, maybe not healthy, but...
He's got 15 wand charges right now. I don't think he's too worried. The nice stomp comes out as well. The chain stuns are there. Vitaly, yeah, he's absolutely just going to turn this around.
Or is he?
Vitaly starting to fall
One more
low.
double edge.
Bonus armor from the tower. Is it enough to get the kill? Kataro gets a really convenient evade. The stun is out. Prada will sit right on the side of the tower there and survive. Yeah, get the Centaur, but the lane's in a rough spot, and the Phantom Assassin still dies.
If Matthew had been slightly more to the right, and that was a double Earth Spike as well, maybe he kills the Tusk. All right, Tusk at least did get a pull off, but this is they already used this camp before, so it's already a bit low. This is not going to fix equilibrium for them. You know he's having a great time right now? Pike on this Medusa.
Dude, right?
Top
Chilling.
of net worth while Dying's just chasing people around for him.
And that's the thing, right? Is like, you when you pick this Doom and you don't ban out the Medusa, it's a pretty much guaranteed pick incoming. And I'm assuming Fusion know this, so they're definitely relying on the Pango to be that mid-game counter to this hero, because otherwise this Medusa is going to be way too big to fail.
Yeah, the game drags on. PA, we were saying if you can't get mana burn, just straight up damage is a good way at burning through the mana. I shouldn't have used the word burning there, but going through the mana shield, and PA is that hero with a ton of physical damage.
It's a nice kill onto the Undying.
Sometimes you chase a little too far. Not enough intelligence.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane rotation in from the Undying after he died. He's going to try and maybe assist in a gank here. Prada gonna get caught from the stomp. The stun comes out to follow, and that should just be a quick pick once again in this top lane for Waska. And this Tombstone, well, I'm surprised. I was like, maybe he cuts the wave here and tries to pull it back, but no. It's going to be meeting right outside the tower here for Kataro.
Dire's structures.
That was a cool idea. Go top, come down to secure the power rune. Unlucky for them, though. It does spawn bottom, so Leo Styles got himself an Invis rune, which could be really good to set up a gank now that he's level 6.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to go ahead and try and punish the Undying here for sticking around too long. They do get a nice stun out from Matthew, but no way to finish the job as Michael's even rotating in as well. The dead shot, not even necessary. As a snowball comes through to finish the job, and a kill's going over to the PA. Double kill for Kataro. That will help him quite a bit in this lane now.
Why wasn't Dying over there, actually?
He never left. He just stuck around.
He
I
went
don't
for
know
the
why he
rune. He walked back there. I'm not sure what he was looking for.
Maybe they just saw him walk that way on their defensive ward. Top lane, you do have Pangolier. He's just going for the rune instead. He's like, all right, Vitaly, sorry, you are the sacrifice. I did get their wisdom rune, buddy, so don't worry about it. Michael, low on HP. Kataro coming in top. Pike's actually extremely low. Great Gorgon's Grasp. And just going to have to pop a ton of mangoes as well as these Lotuses. Try and keep this Medusa alive. Kataro strikes up onto the high ground here to get away for the moment. But a nice kind of fight here from the side of Waska as they've got more heroes coming in to try and chase this.
Avalanche in one.
Into one. Yeah, does connect. Only catching the Pangolier, but Matthew
Dire's top tower.
trying to get in range for the Earth Spike. It connects. The Hex comes out as well. The Gorgon's Grasp gonna miss thanks to a really nice snowball. And with Doom coming in, pops
What is
that level
going
3
on
Sports
up
Earth.
here?
Dude, this fight is just ridiculous. Now Pike in
Muerta's
trouble.
back.
All by himself, but Muerta is here. Pike out of mana, trying to just find this kill, and they're gonna get it, but you're gonna lose Phantom Assassin in the process. Now Matthew chased down behind the tower. Tiny's got some spells in a moment, but Yadomi, level 4 on the Undying, just gonna drop a Doom. Forget about it. Undying's dead. Now looking for more. Can PP do it? He's out of cooldowns. Another TP coming through. This time the Tusk gonna rejoin the fight here. Dude, this fight started at the Wisdom Room.
Vitali's back now.
Oh my goodness. He's
maybe
level
he shouldn't
5.
be
He's
back.
dead.
He should not be back.
No. This is like a 2.5 minute fight that, you know, turned out to be really good for Fusion.
That started with Vitali being dove. Yeah, that was such a long fight. And in the end, it does favor Fusion. I wasn't fully sure, but thankfully we have this fight recap of 2 minute long. I don't know. I'm surprised they chased so hard on that.
Oh, they got Leo style. Avalanche toss into the Hex. More than enough damage. Yeah, he's dead. Nice attempt on the dead shot save there, but good spell layering from Waska to make sure the Pango doesn't get out.
Maybe we can get the mid. They don't have the best tower taking, but there's a full creep wave here now.
Yeah.
Okay, good on Michael. He's dragging it away. In the early game, creeps actually do a lot. Like a full creep wave will do 300 damage to a tower on their own.
Tells Matthews, like, get in here, I gotta throw you at the tower. They have a finger, he could... Okay, never mind. I was like, he might just go for this, but no, you don't. He's slowed up here. Should get burned down from this Doom. Absolutely does. Dude, just toss Matthew and go for the finger play. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, he's a cannonball now.
Yep, he gets it.
That
From
is
downtown,
such a long
baby.
finger. That was so far.
Ooh, he gets a regen. Stampede is out. Rolling Thunder. Again, Thunderbolt, though, so it's faster than the Stampede. This guy's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Takes down the Matthew Lions. So gets something out of it, but the regen from PP paying dividends. Has his spell combos back up. Gets Doom underneath the tower to do a little bit of harassment here.
Yeah, this has been a really scrappy game. 8 and
Yeah.
12 at 10 minutes.
I think last game it was like 3-2 right now.
Yeah, I really thought with the Medusa PA carry lineup, you know, it would be slower to start. But they were involved in the fighting as well. As things settle, though, Medusa is at the top. And we do have a lot of cores from Fusion behind Medusa. But maybe that's... I guess in the end, you feel okay about that, right? Your Medusa is getting the farm.
I think it's okay. The biggest question for me is going to be the Pango on his defusal timing, which it's actually done here at 11 minutes. So that is pretty good. And I think now he needs to play into the Medusa lane. He needs to start punishing this hero. Or just like making plays with his new defusal, because it is a pretty big item to get. And you're really far from a Blink Dagger on this Tiny. He's gone for an early phase boots. So, more of a brawler at the moment.
Maybe get the 12-minute rune and then look for a fight with roll, defusal, Doom. Doom this game. No blinks, no Midas. He's actually going straight BKB.
I feel like that's close to what we saw last game. He went Shivas instead of BKB, but...
The last time he had the blink to start stuff. They're putting a lot onto the Pango.
Oh, he's not going Blink. My bad.
Yeah,
yeah. Whoops.
No, you're good.
Especially against a Centaur, the Blink is gonna be pretty rough to not have. Like, you're gonna need that to catch heroes.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If you'll actually be able to start the fights you're interested in.
Leo style winding up there. Just gonna pop the haste rune and head bottom. They get I think a glimpse of the Medusa farming in the trees, and Doom is definitely looking forward. Just needs to hold the Inferno Blade. Holding off for the moment. Washbuckle off the mark. He ends up just dooming the Undying, and Leo Style is just going to hold this Pike Medusa at bay. He's got a Haste Rune. He's got the Rolling Thunder available. So yeah, quick solo kill for the Undying, and Medusa should still die. They're gonna go ahead and immediately pop that Centaur Stampede, but no way out of this one. Quick kill goes to Kataro.
Cool idea to try to wait till the tree line to use Stampede. Maybe you could lose them, but Roll does not care. Simply goes through the trees and cancels the TP out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Blink is just arrived for the Tiny into an immediate smoke, so maybe they can get a kill of their own. PA is still really squishy. If you find her, it's an easy kill, especially because they have Finger available.
Ooh,
Pango's pretty good too.
Avalanche, Toss. They actually layer a lot of their spells, and the Snowball saves them completely. The question is, can they turn this around? The spots put the damage out from the tag team. It's overwhelming. They've taken down the Tiny. They're going to get themselves a kill onto the Lion as now Vitali pops the Blade Mail, trying to do what he can, but 3 dead on the turnaround. Fusion looking for more, diving behind the tower, trying to grab this Undying. As that should be another kill into the hands of Kataro, the Phantom Assassin. Snowballing away with this game.
Really nice snowball save, but I don't know if he should have been able to. Like you said, I think there was some layering of the stuns there, and if it's a little bit cleaner, you can throw one of those stuns to prevent the snowball save, and then I think that gank works out. You get your finger kill, you get out, but instead you lose 3 heroes, lose your tower, and what was a really close game is suddenly slipping away. This PA now top in that worth with their Battle Fury done, going straight for that BKB, and it's not that far off.
Yeah, they feel very desperate to find kills now. Centaur and Tiny trying to grab the kill on Doom there, doesn't quite connect. And yeah, I think this is where the game is very worrying for the Waska. You don't really have like scaling supports. Undying is not a hero that contributes a ton as the game goes on.
Mike has finished his Manta, but Medusa really needs 2 to 3 more items. They're pinging his Doom, but they're sitting on a ward. He's just gonna get out of here.
Alright, they're gonna go on to the Muerta here. She's just gonna pop Pierce the Veil. Avalanche is out, trying to hold her down for the moment. Nice Atos. And Rolling Thunder, it's gonna connect. They're just gonna immediately bring down the Undying, and with this, the team fight back the other way, potentially.
Wasn't sure about this Tusk pick, but he's been doing pretty well so far, and he's going to get his Blink. And once you have the Blink on the Tusk, you're kind of back to old Tusk, right? The Snowball save, the Blink punches. The early game is the hardest part after the tag team / drinking buddies nerfs. So he's fully back online now. Ooh, good Snowball dodge.
Avalanche, toss. I think just drop the finger. Yeah, absolutely. You just need to get a kill on the board, and even though it's, you know, a big cooldown, you can't let these heroes get away right now. You don't know who's like in the fog of war there.
No, Matthew has drums on this Lion. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone not go for, I mean, not ever, but didn't go for Blink or
like Eighth of the Lens or something.
Yeah, but I guess with the Fist of Death, he just wants to punch people. Is that the idea?
They do need drums, I guess, this game. They don't really have anyone else building them. Like, Bongo Boots is pretty useful, right? At all stages of the game. Especially when, like, in the later game, when you have, like, Pango's Rolling Thunder and, like, Doom running after you. Like, Bongo Boots might save somebody. But it's going to be a while before he gets there.
Dire are scanning.
Arcane Rune there for the Pangolier is going to be very nice if they can actually find their opening. Now, mid lane, there is a ward that I think scouting them. Yeah, very easily. So they know something's up.
Aghanim's finished on the Pango. They know they're strong. They're trying to find a fight.
Especially with that Axe. That Axe is a huge turning point. I mean, not that they aren't already ahead, but it's a very big boost in their damage output for fights. And it looks like they might just force the Roshan instead.
Which I think makes a lot of sense because the Pango and the Doom, they never got the blink, so actually picking the fight is tough. But Roshan, he doesn't move, and if the enemy team wants to come contest, they've got to come to you. And you can finally get your rolls and your Dooms off. They're gonna go no contest.
I feel like at this point, Doom needs to swap his ability. I don't think the mana burn is super value anymore, right? I think you might want to look for like a stun or just an aura. But we're gonna see the rest of the team come through the gate bottom as the Phantom Assassin TP to the tower. And Waska's gonna read this, so they actually are gonna be able to back away pretty easily.
Ooh, smoke breaks, but it was nighttime, so I didn't actually see the Tiny slip into the tree line.
Yeah. Ooh, nice shot from Michael. Catches the Centaur. Pierce the Veil is out. He's silenced up for the moment. Walrus Punch, Rolling Thunder is in. He finally gets the Stampede, but can they actually stop him from getting away? The Rolling Thunder just catches the whole back line. A really nice play, but he's in really deep. The damage is done. They've got the Phantom Assassin as well as the Pangolier. Doom comes out onto the Tiny. He's just going to walk away from this one. I think overall, if you're Waska, not a bad fight.
I thought he had more duration on that Thunderbolt roll. I thought it was going to be so good because he just ran through 3 and is going to chain stun, but it actually ended right there, leaving him in a pretty bad spot. And that's where the Lion stuns come out, double connect. Yeah, a little bit of a waste of that Aegis. They just picked it up and lost it. So we might enter this real slow period in the game. And this is where not having the blinks is a little awkward on the Doom and the Pango. I feel like that could have been a really good fight, especially if you get the Doom on the Centaur. But
Michael, get away! All right, that was very close. Guitar's like, I'm not stopping. It's on you if you die.
Tormentors have been such a good addition, I feel, to Dota.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
probably one of the best additions to Dota in the last, I would say the last 10 years, honestly.
Yeah, it's frustrating in the sense that in pubs, getting the teams to come over, that's frustrating. But the complexity of the Tormentors has been really interesting, and I wonder if we'll ever hear, like Valve sometimes do those developer note things, right? I would love to know what they planned for the Tormentor, what they thought it would do, and then what it actually became of people trying not to die, of like, how do you cheese it, Weaver bugs, TA like stuff, like how much insight did they have into it? Because it added so much depth to what heroes can do around the Tormentor.
Blink Walrus Punch out from Prada. The chain stun is there. They do have a nice shards too. The brand new ice shards just upgraded from that. Chain stuns holding Tiny in place to get themselves a very nice kill. BKB committed from Kataro for this one as he's looking for more potentially. Pike, gotta be careful. You're just gonna steal his Aegis attack. All right.
Yeah, you can't fight. The Medusa's essentially at half health without the mana.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
All right, now a 9,000 gold lead here for Fusion. As continue to push their net worth advantage. The Crimson Guard nearly done on Vitaly, which is a pretty nice pickup this game. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. They're going to go onto the Medusa here. The mana mana just deleted. Go ahead and throws the Entomb. A nice stun out from Matthew as well. Pike gonna try to run away, but the Doom comes out last second. He pops the BKB. She gets a little bit of mana help from her allies, but the mana burn is there. No mana drain from Matthew. Will be able to keep this Medusa alive. As they are now looking for more. Atos is out. The dead shot as well to try and get them at bay. And okay, it works.
I really wanted that Doom's mana burn to secure the kill on
That would have been sick.
Medusa, because that would have shown you for down that ability. But
surely you get rid of this, right? But
maybe you're right now, because that did not work. But that is the strength of the Lion, right? I think that's really why it didn't work, because Matthew just started to drain into the Medusa. Great tombstone save too. I kind of forget about it, right? He was so broken with that for so long, but then he's been out of the meta for ages. Kind of forgot about it.
yeah, Entomb is super sick. It's a very good ability. I actually don't even know if that's what it's called, but that's what I've been calling it since it came out, because it just makes way more sense than whatever the other things were.
It's called Tombstone.
All right, nice. Well, they end up finally connecting on their target bottom lane as Prada
Dire's middle tower is under
finds him in the trees. Very nice use of this Tusked Blink dagger. And Pike goes down for 40
been
seconds.
killed.
No Tombstone this time.
I mean, late game scaling wise, I feel like Fusion is just such an easier to execute lineup. You have the Blink, Diffusal, everything from this. Pango, but he just gets tossed right back into the enemy team. Matthew should have the Chain Stuns here to hold him down. And the question is, can they even finish the job? They can't. He gets away. The Tombstone cleaned up onto the high ground. Now they're looking for Vitali. Atos is down. Kataro will go ahead and blink in. Pops the BKB. Rolling Thunder now from Leo style to try and just clip the back line. Gets another kill onto the Undying. They will back away. Fusion's cooking right now, man. They are looking really good.
Now, it was a nice jump on the Pango. Certainly caught him off guard, but they don't have enough damage without the Medusa there. Some of it is that he got the roll up. I think he heavily reduced some of the magic damage coming in because of that. But yeah, I mean, you just don't get a kill, and instead you deliver the Pango straight to your team. Prada playing the Tusk. He's got the blink earlier. He's been making a lot of great plays for his team since other people didn't have the blink for a while. Now Pango's got it, but currently floating 2,000 gold. I wonder what he's gonna get. Ags?
I feel like
Could be
it's just
good.
gotta be Ags, right? Like, what are your other, like, what other item this game is better than the Tusk Ags?
Yeah, it's like the other stuff is good, but it just feels late. You know, like Solar Crest on PA, good, but it's coming at 30 plus minutes. It feels weird. Yeah, maybe you just go straight Ags.
I feel like you gotta. Like, it's
Or
always one of
BKB.
those.
BKB
Yeah.
could be good too to make sure you don't get stunned as you try to save people.
Did he actually not see the Undying? Oh, he sees him now. Lincoln, Walrus Punch, quick kill into the hands of the Pangolier.
$2,300 gold now.
Dire's middle tower
He can't
is
decide
under
either.
attack.
It's gotta be Ags, dude. Against Medusa specifically, like, you can either blink, Walrus kick her towards your team or away from your team in whatever fight. Like, the utility from that ability is just ridiculously good.
Dire's middle
Team
tower
sitting here
is under
behind the
attack.
Doom, ready to go as he's closing in on a Shiva's guard. Both teams kind of in a position to fight, but your Centaur is not quite here. They're just gonna pop the Rolling Thunder here. No, they hold off on it.
They know
Both
this is here. They
teams-
have a sentry
yeah.
seeing that observer place.
Yeah, and they just jump right on in. Nice avalanche toss, though, will disrupt the Tusk's start of the fight, but they've got their hands onto the Medusa, and Pike has got nowhere to go. Kataro deletes him from the game. Doom is out onto the Centaurs. They chase for more. They buy back on the Lion, but I don't know if it's really gonna matter. They are just falling one by one. Waska is too far behind. As Fusion clean up big, a 4-for-1 rather. As Roshan's respawning and scouted now by the Tusk.
That was such a fast Hex as well. I thought that was gonna go better for Waska, but Medusa again didn't get to do anything. They just don't get any damage from that hero in these fights. Did 500, 600 damage-ish to the 4,600 damage from the PA.
Yeah. The Pango is just too good against Medusa. She's not a hero that likes to build BKB. And in this game, if the Pango finds her, your fight's over. Because then the PA just BKBs and jumps on her as well. So you've really got to make sure that you're taking the fight on your terms for Waska. Like, you've got to find the Pangolier, or you've got to find the Phantom Assassin. Now that she has Aegis, makes it even that much more difficult. And they might just look for Pyke again. They do. Traps him right in the trees. He died here just a moment ago to this exact same ward. They're just making very slick movements across the map. I was going to say swift and slick, and I don't know. Didn't come out right.
It is both swift and slick.
Yeah.
I'm sure Pyke also thinks that. It's like, wow, what swift and slick plays.
Yep.
One saving grace is that the high ground is not the best for Fusion. PA, she's your tower hitter, but that means she has to expose herself. And in fight, she likes to kind of wait to jump the right target. So maybe you'll get the chance for a high ground fight. You've got the Medusa, you get the Tombstone. But this is where we really are waiting to see what Tusk decides to buy. He's now at 2,700 gold. Because if he does go for the Ags, right, at some point you can get the kickback and just let the PA go to work from there.
Yeah. One thing I will say, Centaur has an Ags queued up, which could be a saving grace for this Medusa.
Ooh, that could be cool, yeah.
So you already have the Entomb if your, Undying is in a position behind the Medusa as one save. But now you also have a potential, Blink Workhorse in to get the Medusa out of safety. So
Phantom Assassin has a double damage bottled up.
Stampede out, but guess what? Pango's ready to go. He knows exactly where you are. Catches him on the high ground. And Leo Style helps set up another kill here. This one, once again, going to Kataro. 14-2 with an Amplify damage rune in the bottle.
Yeah, they're going to try to find a really nice fight with that, because you have the Aegis, have the Amplified damage rune. If you can find a winning fight in front of their base, that could be your way to easily break high ground, right? They've got the lead. 17k is looking pretty good, but the more safely you can do it, the better. We've seen a lot of throws on high ground.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
We'll see if Pyke can somehow pull this out. He's going to need some big items to be able to stand toe-to-toe against this Phantom Assassin. For now, it looks like this Tusk is waiting to cancel a TP back, and it looks like he's going to find her. Now, that does get the silence. The TP, very nicely done. He makes it out, and as a result, they catch a TPing Pangolier in the process. Now, Doom, he's going to throw that one off on over to the Tiny. It's not enough damage alone, but they do quickly finish off the Undying, and Phantom Assassin just goes in, gets herself another kill. She's got this Amplified damage running. Gorgon's Grasp will hold her in place. They're going to buy back now on this Undying, as the rest of Fusion joins Kataro on this siege. He's just so farmed, man. He's just doing it all by himself.
Rada, it's time. You're almost at 4,000 gold. Just buy it out. You know you want to. Your heart's calling out for it. We want to see kickbacks.
They found Vitali. It's just such a good read. It really is. They know someone's going to be here. He pops a Satanic counter out that Blade Mail. Gets himself another kill. And the Shards? Not much he can do there against the Forest Staff.
This is one of the reasons Tusk is so good. He literally just has a blink for the last 15 plus minutes. He has not spent any of his gold, and he's still doing so much for his team.
Absolutely. One of the few heroes in Dota that can do this. Really?
It's good. Your
It
PA
is
is
very
carrying
good.
so hard. You just need her to not get chain stunned by the lion. But man,
It's
I wanted
always
to see him
toss
kick
back, I
people
guess.
around.
Radiant
Yeah, there's that too.
Man.
All right.
Yeah,
I
not a
believe the
fan of the
people
Lotus,
voted for
but it's
Undying
okay.
Lore.
Oh, you're right. We did vote for Undying Lore. All right, I'm on it. All right, everybody. You guys ready? Undying's biography. Dimly he recalls armor and banners and a grim-faced kin riding at his side. He remembers a battle, pain and fear as pale hands ripped him from his saddle. He remembers terror as they threw him into the yawning pit of the dead god alongside his brothers to hear the dirge and be consumed into nothingness.
That
In
doesn't
the
sound like
darkest
a
below,
wizard.
time left them. You're right, it's very non-wizard like. He just seems like a random warrior who just died and was like, all right, I guess I'm
Apparently
undying now.
thrown into a pit.
All right. Well, there's a lot of this, but it's okay. We'll come back later. I'm sure we're gonna be on pause soon.
Like another paragraph soon, or lore soon?
How much more? There's not much more to his lore, honestly. It's pretty low, pretty short. But
See, 5 seconds left on Aegis. Don't know if you have to force it, right? You can wait for the Doom. They have really good control of the map right now. And you just kind of like wait for a pick off, and then you can go. I believe they got some buybacks, didn't they? Who was it?
they got
Undying.
Lion for Tusk as well earlier.
Oh, Tusk was earlier, yeah. But they have Undying. If you can get him. Where's his passive? Oh, he does have his passive. Okay, so maybe you need to get him twice. Could be one way to do it. Medusa is saving buyback. I don't know if she can. I think she's gonna have to buy out. Like, if you think about the net worths, PA's at 27,000, Medusa's at 19,000. But if you're also saving for buyback, then that gold is even less, since it's just sitting there. So I'm pretty sure she just has to buy out to have as much upfront power as possible to even have a chance at killing this PA.
Yeah. I also just realized like Muerta has a silver edge and is going Gleipnir. So you have another hero you have to be very concerned about, like on top of everybody else, right? Pango with Shard, Ags, Blink, Diffusal is already very scary. I just don't know how you can outscale Fusion at this point.
Yeah, where's her Shard? Poor Michael has almost died, like at every tormentor. Get this guy a Shard. Let's see where he's at.
Oh dang! So it looks like he DC'd, and the coordinator is. It actually just came back for me, but the coordinator's been down.
Tuesday.
So yeah, it's Tuesday maintenance. I'm wondering if it's going to be coming back up in a moment because they pulled it back up, you know, in whatever region. So it should hopefully be coming back up soon, for them. But
I guess we did have time to go through all the.
I guess we could have done like
lores.
all 10 heroes lores at this point.
Do you know any of them off your head, like just off the top of your head of the heroes here?
Yeah, Muerta's lore is super cool.
Oh yeah, hers was sick.
Yeah, Muerta. I mean, it's just in general. I'm a big fan of the Day of the Dead like holiday in general. Like I've always been really interested in how that kind of culture like does like celebrates and stuff. So I already knew a lot about like that event, I suppose. But then her specific lore is super cool as well.
So cool, I knocked my cup over. We're good.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was. I like that she played Artifact. That was hilarious.
Yeah, right. That was definitely a good meme from Valve when they did that. Everyone they're good at making jokes, you know, even at their own expense sometimes.
They got the jokes.
Sock 'em.
Trying to think like who else in Dota has like pretty neat lore in this game. Who cares, Pango, honestly? Doom, like what is there really to be said about Doom? You know? I think everyone can kind of guess what his lore is.
Can we? I wish his lore would just say Doom.
Doom.
Yeah, you know, wait, I take it back. You're right. It should say Doom, but have a lot of O's. Doom.
It's like the lore in Deadlock for Jacob Lash, you know, just but for Doom. They need to have a hero like that. I honestly don't feel like they're ever gonna change that lore in Deadlock. I think that's just gonna be a joke forever. That's just gonna be the case.
It's a good one. When will Dota get heroes from Deadlock?
Probably never, honestly. I really doubt it. If anything, Deadlock would get like a Dota hero, right? I think that is the more likely scenario. Like, yeah, but I mean, like, Deadlock has the potential to pull like heroes from other IP, right? Because there are heroes, like or characters. There's a lot of gun-related characters throughout the Valve's history with Left 4 Dead and Team Fortress, right? Half-Life. There's a bunch of characters they could bring in from their other IP if they ever wanted to make it as like a battleground for their IP, but I don't think they'll do that. They like to keep those separate.
Bring in one of those portal robots. Where's Peabody?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Oh, dude, wait, one of their skins, what are they called? The ancient equivalent? I want those to be Peabody and
Ooh, that would be
what's
cool.
the other guy called? His name. Anyways, Dota.
Yeah. Oh, we're back. Nice. Very cool. All right.
Look at that.
Just to recap for everyone, Fusion is winning 23k gold lead. any major I know it's difficult. You're probably absorbed by Undying lore, but this is the state of the game. Undying,
yeah,
not looking like a genius in this game.
No,
he's having a rough one now.
A little bit.
Oh man, PA has enough money to buy MKB, and Medusa has a butterfly queued up. She's thinking about it. If Pike insta-buys the full butterfly and then we just see an instant MKB full purchase, that is so sad for Waska.
I mean, he's bought the Eagle Song, so
it's happening. Yeah,
it's happening, right? You're either going like the Swift Blink or Disperser if you as your other options, which I will say don't sound great. That is about to be an easy kill for Michael. Oh, they actually do get the Stampede off. Doom silenced up as he's trying to chase here for
No way, Matthew!
Does he actually get out? All right, well, Pike does pop the Stone Gaze, goes for the TP. He's going to make it out. So does Vitali. It actually makes enough space for a clean disengage from Waska. No way.
That's crazy. Matthew was at the edge of the silence, so he was able to stun Muerta, and then the swashbuckle fell short, so he just blinked out of there. It was crazy. Wow. That was amazing for Waska. Didn't lose anybody. Might lose Matthew now though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that ward spots this happening. Another invis walk in from Michael though.
Ooh, avalanche, toss, the chain stun. All right, they bring down the first kill. Big Hex down from Matthew. Oh my goodness, Kataro down to half HP, forced to pop the BKB, still has the Satanic. As a nice shards will hold them at bay. Yo style thinking of going in. Hold off
Matthew's
for the
reaction
moment.
time, man.
Dude, that was
These hexes
crazy.
have been so fast.
So they do manage to get themselves, you know, a couple kills here, or a kill, I suppose, onto the Muerta. It is only a support, right? You need a big kill onto the Phantom Assassin if you really want to try and turn this game around.
Butterfly finished on the Medusa, and yeah,
PA
he got her MKB immediately. Another double damage? I don't think it's been scouted yet, but if they get that to PA, well, maybe you wait for Roche. It would feel bad to go attempt high ground, you throw, you lose Roche. That is the major throw that changes the game by 10,000+, you know? So maybe this is amplified damage into waiting for Roche, which it's still there, actually. If Medusa got it, maybe you have a chance at fighting for something. No one knows about it
Especially with
yet,
the
though.
Ags on Centaur, I think it's very possible. Kataro gets another shard. This one to Michael, who's at 8 charges now. So, not bad. He actually queues up an MKB himself. He says, screw it, I don't need the Mjolnir. I'll just get an MKB.
Medusa does see it. They save it for the Tiny, though. Okay, I mean, yeah, like the Conda with
did he
Crash
finish
Landing.
Conda?
Yeah, maybe you can insta-delete someone.
I mean, if you get another setup there from the Tiny, or from the Lion like we saw before, right? If Matthew happens to get a really sick kill, can definitely happen. He is playing with fire right now, but dude, I don't know how Matthew makes these warding missions happen.
I think you just know. So people like to talk about, oh, it's okay when the support dies, right? It's just a support. There's times where that's true or not. In this game, where you need as much space as possible, this is where it's okay for the supports like Matthew to just make this wild movement out onto the map, get wards down, and just do whatever you can. Maybe get some courier kills, maybe you farm a little bit, you cut away randomly, and then TP out. And if you die here, it's at least dragging the enemy back to their own half of the map.
Yeah.
But hopefully you don't die and you get out.
This Aghanim Scepter is huge for Kataro. Phantom Assassin is just one of those heroes that once you have Aghanim Scepter, she becomes so difficult to catch, but also just snowballs a fight instantly. If she gets one kill, she kills like an entire team. So you got to be very careful on Waska, especially now that she's level 25. Probably going the... I'm curious which talent she took on the Phantom Assassin.
Minus
like,
one
both are
attack
pretty
to
good.
trigger the ult.
Oh, so okay. I was gonna say you either go. I think what a lot of people do is if they're veiled one, they go the percentage crit. If you're methodical, the -1 is pretty huge. Lane. That is gonna be a quick pickoff onto the Doom. The amplify damage, cleaning him up. That's a lot of gold, dude. That's 2,200 gold.
He was rich. He had a big kill streak too. They're gonna smoke up, try to find more while Doom is down.
Might. Ooh, Pango gets the blink away. Up onto the high ground, leave behind him. Rolling Thunder is out, and there goes the back line. Kataro and Michael quickly take down the line. He's gonna buy back into the game and Entomb out from this Undying to buy himself a little bit of space. He's gonna hop out of there for a moment. Islands, Avalanche, big stun onto 2. Can Kataro get away? He can for now, but they just delete the other heroes. Waska are back in it. Matthew gets the PA stun. Kataro, or Leo Styles on the side, trying to do what he can maybe to help, but he's going to have to BKB this right away. Tries to find a kill, would be forced to BKB TP home.
Waska has no right finding that good of a fight.
Matthew's buyback, dude.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're
Gotta
afraid
make
to
these kind of plays.
BKB. The thing with the Aegis, right? Like you're afraid to BKB with the Aegis on PA, but I think it's a bait not doing because you have to fight with your team.
Oh, this is gonna require a custom buyback.
Right on top of the Medusa. He's got a saber. He gets her inside of the cart, but now he's stuck as well. The ice shards will trap them in place, and Pike doing his best to stay alive, but it's gonna be all over now for the side of Waska. They've lost 2 heroes. Maybe 3 as Matthew falling to the sideline as well. A very good buyback from Prada. And you're just going way too far. Your Medusa, I guess, not as tanky as you thought she was.
You know, I guess they're feeling desperate, right? They know they're so far behind. They have to push it to the absolute limit. Unfortunately, if you slip up, I mean, that might just cost you the game. It's already a 20k gold lead. If you're forced to buy back, you're so far in the dumpster at that point. But I think if you don't buy back, you're about to get mega. Well, actually, maybe not. PA's not the fastest because she never went Deso. You should at least be able to get 2 barracks, though.
You can look for a potential Avatos back or like force a BKB out of Kataro. The problem is she could just kill anyone she sees. You are split at the moment. Doom is alone top, but he doesn't have his ultimate. Second lane of barracks is gonna go down. Smoked up. Avalanche. A little bit of harassment out, but yeah, you are correct indeed. 2 lanes of Rax. Disengage here on Fusion, now pushing their advantage to 35,000.
You get to make 1 more mistake in this game, and that's it. If you're Waska. So Fusion can play it safe. I don't think you have to strictly wait for Roche, but you kind of circle the map, look for a kill. Lion would be great. The crowd control from Lion can't be understated in how valuable it is to allow them to get these kills. And he's still on dieback, so if you take him out, it'll be fantastic. Looks like they get double edge Aghanim Shard. You know, part of that's kind of necessary because actually as he Stampede or Workhorse saves the Medusa, if he just gets killed, then it doesn't really work, right? So I guess getting some strength from this Shard will be very useful to keep him alive, to make sure he's actually saving Medusa. But he also has a Crimson Guard. So if he gets a ton of health, I guess you can protect your buildings and your allies a little more.
Refresher on the Doom now. That is a very big pickup. They have a good ward here. Pike is the one who's leading the charge for his team, though. They're going to find the Doom. He immediately BKB pops the Refresher. Stone Gaze is out into the Workhorse. Full disengage they go, as Leo Style will be petrified there as he tries to continue the chase, but it's not going to happen. A very good smoke break from the side of Waska. That's 1 BKB Doom, but also the Refresher down, so... He can't do anything for like 70 seconds on this Doom now.
The cooldown on Workhorse isn't too bad either, but you do need Stone Gaze and you'd like to have Stampede, and those are slightly longer cooldowns.
Yeah.
So not too big of a window available to you, like even trying to fight with no Refresher on the Doom.
You can definitely burst the Phantom Assassin still. The problem is that it requires pretty much all the heroes, right? And we've been kind of making, like, Prada's been doing a really good job at making sure he's never too far away from his cores on the Tusk. In case they get caught, he can always snowball save them.
Yeah, it's tough because PA has the Ascetics cap as well, so she'll probably get her BKB and Satanic off, blur, jump away. It's not easy to burst her.
A little bit of a haste rune there for the Pangolier as Kataro trying to find something bottom. Might find Yadomi. Well, they actually see each other. There was a Shadow Blade from 2 heroes, but I believe the gem is still on this Muerta, so she should have seen the Tiny here. Yeah, so she did. Okay. Deep ward placed.
They don't see this observer that's on this high ground. It's a sneaky spot. Unless you check that high ground, you don't know the tree is broken. That's really saving Waska there in that fight.
Yeah, that's huge.
If Waska manages to pull this one back, I will be amazed. I may have just jinxed him. Pike found out here.
Pike to be forced to BKB has the Stone Gaze. Matthew's going to be able to hex up this Tusk, prevent that chase at all. But that's a big BKB. That was the full 9-second. Now on cooldown here for 80 more seconds, as they could just wait out the Roshan.
Gotta find 2 observers over here. There's so many pings.
So close,
Everyone's trying
man.
to figure. Everyone's trying to triangulate the opponent's position.
Oh, they're just going to go for it. Onto the high ground, looking for the Tiny. You do have the workhorse available. He's going to use it and pulls him back in. The Doom gets committed. That will save both, but that's double BKB from the side of Waska.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Last fortify. They're trying to buy as much time as possible. Medusa getting close to 25. But that fight's about to get forced here. Maybe the luck out. Fusion, do you want to go back for Roche? It's going to give more time.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But again, it feels really dangerous to push without taking Roche. Because if you throw the fight, you just lose so much. Get an Ags for your Tusk. Let him kick people back.
At this point, do you wish you had gotten the Ags instead of the Lotus? Because he's now got a BKB.
I think he would have been
Maybe they
able to kick people back to win the game.
Yeah, they're going to get potentially another Aghanim Scepter here off the Roshan. Surely they don't just sell the Pango and keep it himself. I'd imagine it's going to go to Prada. Right? It's got to go to the Tusk, surely.
Please. Think, if they workhorse and you kick the Centaur all the way back.
Yeah,
Get
Tusk is
2
gonna
for the
take it.
price of 1.
Yeah, that's the thing. It stops the Workhorse from being super value. Like, Prada can just wait till the Workhorse comes out and he's just like, bonk, sends you, you know, even deeper into the team. They're running straight down the lane here. They know that this is... Oh, wait, what? Okay, that was very weird. PV almost just killed Matthew. Would have been a very unfortunate error if that had happened. Last lane of Barracks, Avalanche toss, immediate stun is out. The Medusa is the leading of Phantom Assassin for now, but the Rolling Thunder doing some work to disrupt the backline, and here comes Kataro, forced to pop the BKB. They do manage to get the Tiny incredibly low. Where did he even go?
Snowball save.
Oh my goodness, Stone Gaze is out. They're gonna be able to keep this one alive. The Doom, he's gonna be able to pop it, but the damage from the Medusa, he's just doing everything. They back away on the side of Fusion on slivers of HP. What happened to Tiny? Did he get saved by the Tombstone or something?
I'm gonna guess so. There was a lot going on there. That guy, I missed exactly what happened to him. I was watching Medusa. She is doing the damage, right? The game has dragged on long enough that she hits hard when she's not the focus.
So much damage and no deaths. 26,000 damage in a fight and no one dies.
Well, they got the Aegis.
Yeah, I guess.
One kind of death. Kind of a death. Almost got the Muerta as well. That would have been nice. That could have been maybe retrieve the gem, which would have been huge in establishing some map control and vision.
I like this smoke play. They don't really have a ton of spells at the moment, but the Medusa does a lot of damage, and if Matthew is the one getting the initiation, you could very easily find an important kill, and Boy, oh boy, PA would be absolutely massive. Fly just jumps
Big
in. The
avalanche.
avalanche connects on everyone else, but the PA is the one that they don't find.
Snowball save.
Snowball is out. Being able to buy him a moment of space, but there goes Kataro. He jumps in, gets himself his first kill, looking for more Pike. He's isolated now for the moment, but Vitali in some trouble, saved from the Tombstone. The Medusa pops the Stone Gaze, will hold down for the moment the Panga, but she's just getting bashed over and over. The Doom holds it, finally connects, and Kataro will take her off the fight. Fusion with a huge win.
Alright, time to run it down to the enemy side of the map. That was a close one. These snowball saves have been so good from Prada. It is winning his team these fights.
If the PA is caught in that initial avalanche, the game is over, I think. Oh, wait, never mind. He has buyback. You're fine. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
if
but it would've been really
they would have caught the
painful.
PA there, it would have been pretty huge, but
You could at least win that fight if you do avalanche the PA. All right, here's the buyback. There is still no Centaur.
Dire's top barracks.
yeah.
Quick poke of the range racks and back out. That's already a huge economic blow to get the Medusa's buyback. 53k gold lead, not something you see very often.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, actually. I mean, 2 free Aghanim Scepters definitely makes a big deal, right? It's like 16,000 of the net worth, almost. It's just those 2 Aghanim Scepters, but... Because I think it counts the Ag's Blessing as the upgraded one, right? So it's a little bit of an inflated net worth, but... not quite that much, like 13,000. But either way.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
We're gonna read more lore after this. Muerta is only at 10 Pierce the Veil spell amps stacks, which just goes to show like how ahead Matthew was on that curve in the last game. That he had 10, and it was like 15 minutes into the game. It was so much. That's why he decided to start scaling.
Oh, they're smoking up on the left side. Finding Tusk would be huge, but
There's a ward here.
Pike. They see Prada. He is such a big kill. He has the Aghanim Scepter as well. The Avalanche Tusk immediately PKBs. He's going to kick back the Tiny, and there's Rolling Thunder on the backside, holding them at bay, and now you're Tiny in a really rough spot, all alone. Kataro's going to pop the BKB, chase after Yodomi, gets the kill. Don't gazed up, falling low, does get the blink out. Double buybacks committed from Waska.
Tower is under attack.
We saw a fight just like this earlier in the game that went really well for Fusion. And Waska really struggling with their positioning here.
That Tusk kill would have been so good. There's been so many snowball saves, but these are the nerfs to Avalanche. You can get the BKB off in between now, so gets the BKB, saves himself.
Medusa, I think, has the Daedalus at this point. She just needs the recipe. Or she is just going to go straight for the Divine Rapier. I'm pretty sure she has a Demon Edge somewhere.
I'm kind of surprised she didn't go straight for the Divine Rapier.
Yeah, she has a Demon Edge on a Courier. So she could just go... She could buy out the Daedalus if she wanted. Or she's going to hold it and try and get the Rapier, which I think is also a very valid option.
I think when you lose the Megas, you're going to do it.
Damage coming in. The Rolling Thunder does connect. There's the stave. The Workhorse connects. But now, can he even get out? He's trying to beat. Pops him in the Tombstone. Oh, no. That's not where you want to be. The second Doom comes out, and good night, Medusa. Oh, Yodomi, that was not the Entomb you thought it was going to be. And now, game 3 coming through for Fusion as they take down Waska. Oh, that hurts so bad. He BKB Stampede.
Best and maybe doing some stacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way worse Nyx Assassin, right? Like, Nyx Assassin at least is farming the hard creeps all across the jungle as he does it, but
He's devouring once every...
it's like 90 seconds, bro, isn't it?
Okay, look, he took Gluttony, so you get the 2 charges, right? So you play the lane, then you go do it, eat 2 creeps, and then you're back to laning.
Okay, okay, okay.
Handsome
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Devon.
No, this is a cool draft. I like what both teams have done here to try and get themselves the edge in the lanes. I think mid lane should go pretty well for the Lina. Of course, like you said, Shaker should get some early denies just to the nature of Enchant Totem, but the more levels PP gets on the Lina, the more damage these spells are going to add up.
30 seconds to battle.
Get themselves a quick D-ward. They're going to deny their own, it looks like. Ooh, Kotaro, gotta be careful.
Okay, it doesn't look like there's any
Battle begins.
level 1 fighting. I feel like the last 2 games we had a lot of very scrappy early game.
Yep, I
See
agree.
if that happens again.
I am pretty interested to see how the Terrorblade's build is going to be this game, because a lot of times when we see Terrorblade, the build is just double offlane or double bracer in the offlane into a rush for pipe and then shard, and then you eventually just like turn your hero into a scaling carry, right? You at that point you just go back for things like Manta, you know, Dragonlance, stuff like that. So I am a little bit curious what he's going to do with it. They can be pretty annoying with the Phoenix, but I feel like Lion trades pretty dang well as a support. It's one of the reasons he's kind of popped up in terms of pick priority lately.
Aw, this game Matthew went Essence Eater. Doesn't think he's going to be punching people as much this game. Maybe he misclicked the last one, but he...
Some unlucky misses there for the Lina in mid.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Okay, Michael finds the speed aura for his creep and actually gets a courier kill off of it.
Oh, that's sick.
Might get another. I think he saw the PA's courier go by. Let's see if Pike cares about his courier or not.
So level 2 speed aura, right? So this thing, how much movement speed is it getting from this?
1 extra % from level 1. It's 13% move speed.
Huge. That's huge. Look at this guy, 326 or 327. He's almost as fast as the Naga Siren.
It's so sad when you put it that way.
Top lane, first blood into the off lane Terrorblade. Uses that meta to bring down the Drow Ranger. That's a really big kill.
I like it.
Now,
Goes QW for the Lion. That's your best kill attempt, but he needs level 3 now because he has absolutely no mana.
yeah. Yeah, he'll have to send out some regen at the moment, but Terrorblade, that gets him really close to his double bracers, which should help a ton.
Yeah. Although Drow's countered Terrorblade later, in the lane, the armor is extremely useful versus the Drow's right-click harass.
Yeah. Dude, like, when would you have expected to see a PA Naga Siren Terrorblade draft? You know?
I mean, in the pubs have been preparing me for years. But
We
to
all knew it
actually
was
see
coming.
to actually see it in the pro scene, yeah, these last couple of years of Dota have really shifted what drafting is.
Yep. I mean, giving facets to heroes that were like kind of traditionally played as a potential hybrid of like carry or support, and then giving him a facet that just definitely is, all right, this is a support facet, this is a carry facet, is pretty cool, and I give props to them for that. It's really nice.
Yeah, though I don't want every hero to have that. I think it's good that only a couple do.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna try and get aggressive here onto the Beastmaster. Decent damage coming out early, but
Look how quickly Doom walked over with that speed aura. It's like I wasn't in the lane helping you, but look how fast I got back to watch them leave you alone now that I'm here. Incredible.
He has 8 last hits, dude.
A lot of those are devours. He is
Yeah,
pretty rich because of it. He got his own boots now, so now the speed aura is really mattering. He's at 378 move speed. That really is fast. Memes
Yeah,
aside.
But overall, Fusion CSing really well in these lanes. It's particularly mid, where the Lina is really struggling here. Leo style crushing it at the moment. 27-10 to the 17-2. We knew you'd win the kind of denies early on, but I really expected kind of like harassment damage to stack up here. Really good fortification here. Otherwise, Michael probably would have died to the tower.
Phoenix came in through the twin gate. They might go for the dive. Pike is fairly low.
I think they saw him. Yeah, Yadomi's looking. He's like, this is a pretty low armor hero. Like, maybe we can find an opening. Pike, nice jump to the other side. Dives in, but Matthew is here. Does have an Earth Spike onto 2, but he is just going to get surrounded.
Is under attack. Radiant structure.
A very nice move here from Fusion to find a kill, as the catapult is still alive, and Beastmaster with all these auras should help cut this wave and bring down the tower eventually. Alright, he needs regen and quick. Okay, they got the Lotus coming actually in just a few seconds if they want to try and get it, but
I don't know if you can.
yeah, I mean it has to be the Naga Siren, right?
I'm just gonna go for it. It's pretty costly though.
He's taking a lot of damage, but dude, he's so fast actually. It's mattering. Off the mark
It
there.
matters.
But 4 connected. The slow. The speed aura is legitimately making a pretty big difference in terms of like them being able to close the gap here.
If he doesn't get lost in the trees, he could run them down. But okay, look like he's just gonna eat a creep and get back to the lane.
Is under attack.
Mid lane, Echo Slam comes out, takes down the Lina with the help of Prada on the Phoenix.
Really strong start for Fusion so far.
Really strong start. 3,000 gold advantage. They are winning all 3 lanes despite the first blood on the Terrorblade, but Pike is just dead bottom. Really good rotation in from the Drow. Just gonna go right back to the lane here in a moment. Or maybe going for Yadomi, sees the TP coming through, and yeah, the Beastmaster, if he can get a board to slow her up, maybe, but just back into the lane, try and continue to whittle down this tower, reduce the amount of the map that this Phantom Assassin has to farm. Huge plays.
It's a really early tower, which is very nice for a Doom support because
Yeah.
he wants to be able to farm himself. Even though your support's like, oh, I just need my ult, you still want money for a support, air quote, support Doom. So now with that tower being down, more space for himself to eat creeps and farm.
Trying to find a grab onto the Earthshaker mid. They committed the Laguna Blade. Didn't find the kill, but he is a little bit too low to now contest the power rune, so PP will grab himself an illusion. Not the best rune, but will work.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Let's see, where's Terrorblade at? He's got a Falcon Blade queued up. We used to see a lot of pipes from the offlane Terrorblade. I think it still looks decent this game, but I'm curious if there's been any changes to the offlane Terrorblades. Sometimes you just see them just build as a core.
Yeah, well, that's the thing I was saying. Like a lot of times you get like pipe and then you just turn into a core at that point. But it looks like
Maybe you skip the pipe and you just
Yeah,
go
he
core.
might just be skipping the pipe and going straight to carry because he's got a Falcon Blade queued up, which is not super standard in the off lane.
Is under attack.
He will need it though, because whenever you play Terrorblade, you kind of need the mana regen since he's gone condemned again. That's a really sick egg. The blink, the stun. Does he get the silence off? He does. They're trying to finish off the Terrorblade in time, and they do. Really nice blink reveal out from Leo style. Almost bailed out by the Lion, but a 9-minute blink from the mid laner. That is huge.
Yeah, that's insane. Opted brown boots to blink, right?
They're looking for Pyke here. He's trying to make his way under the tower, but Doom is level 6. He's dead. DP trying to throw what damage he can himself, but the Laguna Blade is not going to be enough. He needs help to find these kills, diving in through the trees. He's going to try and just TP on out, and he makes it. Beastmaster is safe. Big wins all over the map here from Legacy, now pushing their advantage to 4,000.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I was gonna say something and I've forgotten it. All right, well then. Useful
That's all right.
contribution from me.
It's all right. We've been doing it for quite a while today. Not like we have another series after this. Haste rune picked up on Leo style. That's a pretty big rune.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Leo style left it at brown boots. We often see some smaller items for the cores, but that does allow him to get the faster blink, which caught us off guard, and I think it caught Waska off guard. Question is, how much more can you get out of it now that they know to be careful of the blink?
Oh man, this Phantom Assassin is having a really rough game.
Vitali does have the pipe queued up though, so he I'm contributing. I've got my aura.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's not like the best pipe game, but it's pretty valuable in these early fights because he can farm it fairly quick. Matthew's gonna get caught on the backside. The chain stuns are out. The Laguna, it's there, but can they bring down the egg in time? Yadomi not quite level
Big
6 to
Echo.
bail him out. The Echo connects on the Pyke as he jumps in. He's on the run, nowhere to go. Gets the Blink Sunder
Thunder
to
save.
save him. Nicely done, but Yadomi not gonna be as lucky. A big Echo slam there from Leo style, and they're still gonna find Pyke anyway. Oh man, that really hurts. 3 dead for Waska.
This is looking pretty similar to last game, which I'm not sure if that's good or bad for Fusion because on one hand they won and they have a nice lead here, but on the other hand, it means they're going to be on their toes for another 40 minutes before they can win this game. This is such a strong start. 8,000 at 12 minutes.
Shaker's about to claim another one.
Leo
Yeah.
style all over this map.
He's got so much damage. He's level 10 on the Shaker. They do get the Hex Finger here to take down Prado, so Matthew gets himself a stack. But yeah, Shaker is really starting to make a big entrance in this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I thought Waska might push this, but they don't even feel comfortable
Attack.
going for that tier 1.
I mean, I don't blame them. Arcane Rune Shaker, good luck. A Doom that has like drums in his level 8.
Dude, this Doom could have been an offlaner having a rough game for his current net worth. Instead, he's a position 4 support who is close to surpassing the enemy offlaner.
And he's about to have a blink, right? He's got Devour going at the moment, and as soon as that's done, his Blink Dagger is probably going to be available.
Faster blink than offlane Dooms get. For now, it's a smoke to secure the power rune.
Dude, if they snipe this stack, this would be a disaster.
Just sit there with Scorched Earth in your smoke.
I mean, or Shaker just walks up and echoes the stack. He very well might. He has a regen, dude. He could very easily just go take the whole stack.
Radiant's courier has
Oh,
been
takes
Snipes the courier with the Ags.
That gives away your ward. That's a little bit rough. The question is now, can they find the opening here? Lion on the low ground. The ward gets dropped. Fissure nicely placed here to block him off. Doom comes out, plus the dive. Super dead. No way out of that one. And Leo Style starting to chip away at some of these Ancients. Off the mark there with a stun from Lena, but trying to do what damage they can to Michael to finish the job. It's not going to be enough. Now with the Beastmaster here, with the drums of Slom done, that Ancient stack very quickly cleaned up. It is 10,000 gold in advantage here for the side of Fusion, just 15 minutes into the game.
Such a good game from Fusion.
I mean, they've been crushing it since minute 0.
There actually is an observer here scouting out the Drow. She thought it was safe because her whole team came here. She's like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to go farm there. But maybe it can lead to a kill. Waska needs to find something. They're losing towers, losing Roche, losing fights.
Yeah, I mean, you can't stop the Beastmaster Roche as soon as that comes over to the Dire side. You know Beastmaster is just going to take it for free.
This is the issue with the core picks. If you fall behind, you don't really have any ways to start stuff. Matthew is choosing to go just straight to Blink, not even finishing the Tranquils. So trying to get as fast as possibly can to start anything for his team. But he still needs about 700 gold. So they're going to be waiting a while. I'm going to guess like 20 minutes at the rate this game's going.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Blink is out for Doom.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with this Blink, or like what you do against this Blink Dagger of Doom. They're going to set up here on the bottom side. They see Pyke going through the trees. The question is, can they do anything about it? Matthew might get scouted? No. They're okay. Nice rotations from Pyke there. If he went to the bottom side, he was absolutely dead, so.
Waska seems to know something is up down here. They get a smoke going. It was just outside the observer.
They go into the triangle, I think. See if they can find the Drow Ranger farming, but she is currently on the other side of the mid lane, and you cannot slip through those towers.
So this is the tough part about not having any of these tier 1 towers. Your smokes are so limited.
The thing is like, what do you initiate with? Like Song of the Siren, and then hope that no one else is nearby, but they don't see anybody on the side of Fusion.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Are scanning.
Instead, that smoke will be put to use trying to farm different areas. The dive in. Prada's found Yadomi on the Naga Siren. Can very easily get away with a Song TP, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Buying just a little bit of time. He has to find the Shaker, and he does. All right, very nice TP out. Otherwise, a quick fissure from downtown would stop that TP.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, they find Katoro. Ooh, does the stun connect? They need the Finger of Death as well. Just commit for it, and they do. Okay, that smoke
at the same time
paid off.
Doom finds PA here trying to steal the... I don't even know what she was doing over here.
Did she get? There's no wisdom. She was just farming the triangle and then moved over to the Ancients, I think.
Yeah, just trying to find somewhere to be. But apparently not allowed by the enemy's Tormentor. Pretty rude of them. Smoke up, looking for more. Earthshaker's got his BKB and Echo available.
Dire's middle
That's
tower
big.
is under attack.
Just trying not to give any breathing room. Because Waska's really struggling right now, but if this game does drag out to the 50-minute mark again, it's a lineup filled with core heroes. So they're all going to scale. The Naga is going, as she levels up, is going to become better and better at dragging this game out, cutting creep waves. They don't want to let it get to that point.
Lina is getting very close to an Ags. There's an Invis rune on the Beastmaster. So unfortunate for her. The roar just outside the mid tower. That's going to slow her down just enough to maybe free up this bottom tier 2.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's a little bad to lose the tier 2 potentially, but honestly, for where this game is at, trading it for a tier 1 tower top is, I think, pretty useful for them. You really need at least one tier 1, and the enemy safe lane's a good one to get, to give you more room to cut creep waves and draw enemy attention away. With the tier 1 still up, there's just so many ways to be punished for that, that it's almost not worth it for any hero besides the support.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And you see, like, in the top lane, Naga Siren sending the illusions to go cut waves, things like this. This is how you drag the game out.
Yeah.
You certainly can't fight right now against the heroes on fusion.
The biggest problem you have is that Terrorblade and Phantom Assassin are farming the same area of the map. You really don't want that to be the case, but I don't think you have many options, right?
Nope.
So you're not getting a ton of efficiency out there. Smoking up here, looking for something. They know one of these heroes has to be here, and there it is. It's going to be the Doom out onto the Terrorblade. That's the exact hero you're looking for, so quick kill for Leo style. Beautifully done.
I can give you instant... Oh, she doesn't have it available for a few seconds, I see.
The Aegis expires. If they manage to find the Beastmaster here, it could be huge. He turns around the roar onto the Lina. Does he have the damage by himself? The stun is out. Song of the Siren. Waska loses PP thanks to the Fissure from downtown. And they're not done. They're trying to chase for more. The drums to try and close the gap. Nice and snare, but they've got the slow. Oh my god, Leo style is doing so much damage this game.
Oh, that's painful. Yeah, I forgot one of the nerfs to Song of Siren to try to make this hero worse is increasing the cooldown on Song of Siren level 1 is 3 minutes, which is insane actually. So didn't have it for top, tried to use it for Lina, didn't save the Lina. Now you got 2 minutes to wait before you have Song of the Siren again.
You almost have a pipe done on Terrorblade.
Radiant's
Copium.
middle tower is under attack.
I'm trying to think like what your next play is, or like what play you can make, because at this point Beastmaster is way too far. Like this is what typically happens in games where Beastmaster just like crushes the lane and then just becomes an unstoppable force. He gets like a really quick axe. You know, has his blink and BKB done, plus a ton of gold in the bank to boot as well. So
Is under attack.
he can kind of do whatever he wants at this point.
The willingness to move the Doom to support
Super good.
really helped him out here. The part of me thinks it shouldn't have gone that well. I don't know, maybe that's a symptom of Naga Siren also not being that good of a position 5 nowadays, even though on paper it makes sense. We're talking about the Song being a combo breaker, but this hero did get nerfed pretty heavily to try to take it out of the meta, and we kind of see that in play here. I think that should have been a winnable lane. Old Naga would have dumpstered that lane.
Kill the enemy Tormentor. They get themselves a free shard for Michael. Not the most valuable shard, but it's okay.
He's earned it.
Yeah, he definitely has. He is now past the Terrorblade. Ooh, link mid lane. X out. The Flame Cloak from Lina. Very quick kill. They take down the Earthshaker. Doom comes out on the backside, finds the Naga Siren BKB. BKB. The roar does connect on the PP. He's trying to just chase down the Lina. Should be able to get him pretty dang easily as he brings him down with the drums of Slam Kataro. Double kill now on the Drow. A 3-for-1. As Waska try to find anything they can at this point.
Despite it being a 3-for-1, that was only 300 gold more for a fusion. They're not getting very much gold for their kills with such a large gold lead.
Volatility just cutting waves here. Do they have a creep top? Oh, there's not even a tower there. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Phantom Assassin needs to run real fast. Is he blocking his own ancients? He's like, all right, I'm tired of... Oh, no, he puts a sentry on the outside. All right.
I thought he would, too. Seems like PA's farming him more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Pike looking in trouble here. Looking dead here.
That's a little more than trouble.
Is it a fast Roche? Or was that the... Maybe that was already the timer for the next part. All right, Roche is up. They know what's up.
Yeah, they just go straight to Dire side. It's about to move. Get Roche on Dire side. Well, okay. Matthew and PP are the saving grace right now for Waska. If they can get away with making kills like this happen, it's pretty big. Because Lina is very scary in terms of pick-off potential, and Matthew getting, you know, any stacks at all for Finger of the Death can be pretty useful. But second Roche here. Get themselves Aegis as well as the Roche banner.
Classic carry contribution. One auto attack takes Aegis.
Day walks and took it at once. That's good stuff.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, they're at the point.
On Phantom Assassin. Does it even matter? Oh, dude, this actually... Are they baiting? This is a pretty sick kill onto Doom if they get him here. Oh, there we go once again. The stun into Flame Cloak. They get the kill. Leo Styles chasing Vitaly, trying to wrap around through the trees. The Hex into the TP out. It works. They get out on the Lina. Matthew's going to be the only one here that potentially dies. Yeah, he's dead.
Close. Nice of him to stake around, and that Hex kept the Terrorblade alive. So well played. Line for Doom. You'll take that. Even though you got to remember that's a position for Doom, but very rich one.
That's not a bad save. BKB comes out at just the last second there from the Beastmaster as he finishes off the Terrorblade.
Big difference for this game compared to the last one. Drow is a much better tower taker. So is Beastmaster. Oh, this is where they really struggled last game, but now they should be able to just sit behind the Drow and watch her hit buildings. Not sure there's that much you can do about it. You can maybe burst her once in the way they've been doing, the Lina ult and the Lion, but that's what the Aegis are for. And she even has a Linken's, so it's not that easy to do the combo. Maybe even break it with a Phantom Assassin dagger. Maybe that's something.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, up onto the high ground we go as the Drow will drop the illusions. Get to work herself. She doesn't have the shard, right? Yeah, no shard yet, but does have a Linken Sphere. That's kind of cool. Oh, they doom up the Lion. They get just a glimpse of on the backside. Flame Cloak from PP nearly deletes Michael, but he will barely survive. Thanks to the pipe and the healing.
Tower is under attack.
Lane, they see the Phantom Assassin. Blank Roar just deleted. Yeah, he's just way too strong. That's Shiva's guard doing so much work.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Even with a BKB, Sanj, and power treads on strength, Phantom Assassin still only has 1900 health, so
Yeah.
These kind of magic damage jumps.
They might find him here. They're going to put a good defensive ward and just kind of wait for the Beastmaster to show. They see his boar, but he has gone towards the mid lane to reconnect with his team. This is a really good path from the Beastmaster to dodge this gank. Can they go, though, is the question. Blink, the Hex, the Flame Cloak, the stun, the damage not there. Another pipe save out from the side of Fusion.
Radiant's top tower
Lutharo is just hitting buildings in all of this. Tier 3 is down. Time to get to work on the barracks. And he's still got a minute and a half on this Aegis.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
This is a little slower than I thought, but it's getting there.
Yeah. It's really hard for them to do anything about this.
Radiant's top barracks are falling.
They're doing their best to kind of drag the waves and slow this one down, but 25,000 behind at 29 minutes. It seems like Fusion
Radiant structures are fortified.
found everything they need to try and close this game out. The Roshan's banner is down just to keep these creeps alive. The blink in, the roar, it's found the Nagasire and the BKB. Quick kill from the Beastmaster. Once again, no hesitation.
No buyback on that Naga.
Yeah,
They don't
that's
fully know
a
that.
Big deal.
Radiant's middle barracks
I mean,
seem
the
to matter.
Doom is almost guaranteed kill if you find the right target. I think the Terrorblade is who they're looking for with that one.
Radiant's middle barracks
Ooh, Blink stun, Doom instantly dead. They will turn it around. A lot of damage onto the Earthshaker, but he's still alive. This healing, the pipe, everything thrown on top of him, and it's still not enough. The Aegis will expire, but Fusion showing no signs of slowing down. 30 seconds without the Terrorblade. They will try and just finish up this last lane of barracks, get themselves the Mega Creeps, and close out this game. It's really just a single fissure, and the hero dies, right?
They have enough chains done to finish it off from there. Just a moment here. This will be the Megas. And you do not have very good heroes at defending Megas compared to the Medusa from last game.
Not at all. Refresher now on this Beastmaster.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right, it is time for them to go. Smoked up Fusion, walking onto the enemy high ground with their Mega Creeps. They don't need any more time to close this one out. They want to find their opening. Question is, who will it be? It's a Blink Roar. It's found the Naga Siren once again. No mana
Still no
quite yet for
buyback.
Refresher, but you can do it now as Kataro finishes up a Silver Edge. He's continuing to work on these towers, knowing he's got a whole lineup of heroes behind him to back him up. Blink, Hex, Hurricane Pike, nicely done. Matthew's dead to this. Doesn't make the connection on that E-Blade in time, and now Leo Style just taunting them. The GG comes out. They know this one is over. Fusion, very slick game 2 and 3. They look very good.
Game 1 for Waska was so good, but
Yeah.
Fusion